The Dragons of Legend Complete series. For that one, we'll use the same parameters. Wow, it's a whole bunch of Sky Striker cards. Yeah, so product quality for the Dragons of Legend Complete series. This is also, for this portion, is also why I have the 3 cards out as opposed to just the 1 Dragoon for the 2020 Megatins. For the 2020 Megatins is because I loved the idea when they first dropped it in the collection of the legendary duelist of the color rarity. Like, I thought personally that the color rarity was gonna boom, like it was just gonna explode, and these cards were gonna be like insanely expensive, and investing in them early was the smartest idea to do. So personally, I think that the color rarity is one of the most awesome thing. But what happens is that a reprint just kind of like makes it devalue the card a little more. So perfect example, the card right in front of you guys, Tomb Kingdom. I was able to pull the blue color, and then the ultra rare, the regular, I guess you call it, yellow gold color, that we all know. That you would expect to be like, since Tomb Kingdom originally was like a $50 card because it was really short printed or very difficult to pull, with a blue color, it'd be even more expensive or somewhere in the same range. But now those cards have dropped in price. A lot of them are like $10 or something in that sense, or under $10. So things like that kind of confused me personally, but I also understand, I guess, because of the amount of them you can get, so you can pull them a lot easier now, and that kind of devalues it, plus the reprinting of it. I personally hold the color rarities in a high value. It just looks so cool to me, plus they're old school cards getting like a new reskin, or themed like old school cards, because Tomb Kingdom is a newer card. The Time Wizard original one obviously is an old school card, but then Time Wizard of Tomorrow's is a newer card, but it's amazing, to be honest. The secret rarity of it, just like, to be honest, that just looks insane. Hopefully maybe in the future, you know how certain things with this game make the value go up because the cards get older. Maybe they won't release another colorful rarity for these cards, and then things will skyrocket in price. But product quality, I would give it a 9 out of 10, just because like what's inside for me is really cool because of the color rarity, but the packaging itself is amazing in color, and in like with the scales that the box have. Actually, I don't have a box left to show you guys, but the scales, if you just Google it, if anything, I'll see if I put a picture, but if not, just Google it. The colors that they use the 3 dragons colors, like the green, red, and like blue for them, is amazing. But the fact that it's cardboard, at the end of the day, doesn't compare to the tin. Tin is metal, that'll last you longer, especially if you're using both of them as a storage. The box itself will deteriorate easier because it's cardboard. I mean, it is more biodegradable, but it will deteriorate easier. The tin itself is metal, so you know it'd be a quick thing. Moving on to pools card diversity. The pools are honestly awesome because I only bought 1 display set, so it was like 8 boxes. I give that a 10 out of 10. 8 boxes. Each box bought like 2 booster packs, so that's 16 packs. So I got really lucky, pulled 2 Tomb Kingdoms, which are the card that I saw a lot of videos that people were looking for, and those were really difficult to pull from what I saw. It took people a few tries. I unfortunately didn't get the alternate art for Dark Magician Girl, but that's probably something that I'm gonna order aside, just because they're only like $10 to $11, maybe $12. So there's no point of me trying to chase that card. It might help get other color variations of these, but I think mathematically it's just smarter to buy the other color variation. So pools and diversity is 10 out of 10. Rarities for the card, 10 out of 10, of course, just because like you get a whole new ultra rare. Like you have the usual ultra rare of Toon Kingdom, and then you'll get the blue, green, or purple of Toon Kingdom, and any of those other cards, any of the Toon cards, any of the legendary dragons, any of the knights, any of those cards that you get with those different color areas. It's just awesome to me. You get introduced, plus you get a guaranteed secret rare, obviously, with Time Wizard, Jinzo, the Harpy Ladies, and the Awakening Possessed monsters. So 10 out of 10. Uniqueness factor, I think this is where I will bring in the die, which is why I have them here. These are what makes this collection unique, and honestly, I kind of noticed a theme. Maybe I could be wrong, but they're making it so these collection series, the season 1 plus now the Dragon one, have things that allow you to play the game more completely, if that makes sense. So you're kind of like able to bring in everything if you buy all of them. So with the first one, you got a center card, the card center, I think it was called. So you can pull that, so you put that in your repertoire. Then you have the dice, so you put that in your repertoire. By the time you're done with these, I don't know what they're planning to do next, but you have like those little side things, those little nuances that you would use in Yu-Gi-Oh! When you're gonna duel somebody, that makes the game kind of like work, not just your cards, obviously. So field center, I think that's what they're called, field center, and then the dice. So you usually bring those. I've seen people, many card shops sell dice. A lot of players are selling field centers from TCG Player to any of those situations. So I think that in that sense, you get more from that end from the Dragons of Legend collection than from the tin. The tin that what makes the tin unique is that you get a storage, basically. You get a place to put your cards in, and it looks really cool, and it could be decoration. With this one, you get something that's functional in the sense of in the game. So within the game, you can use your dice. Within the game, you can use your field center, and that honestly brings a lot of value to that in my opinion, and that makes it very unique. With that, I give that a 10 out of 10. I don't know if I said that, but I hope that in the future, I don't know what other things they could use. Maybe like some sort of tokens. Tokens are something that you can use heavily in the game, especially now with all the link cross tokens and the. I know that with some of the banning of the tuners, there's like O-Lion tokens aren't necessarily a thing, but there are other ways to do things. Aurora Dawn summons a lot of tokens, and I know Dinos with Lost World summon tokens. So there's a lot of decks that could use tokens. Maybe that's their next step. So they already got Field Center, they have dice, and then they might throw out some tokens in the next one. But them doing that is honestly great, because that kind of makes your product even more valuable. And for people that maybe are just getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And don't have all those things available because they've been to tournaments, it helps a lot. But yeah, I give that a 10 out of 10. And to be honest, these are very worth purchasing. I know a lot of people have gone out and bought a lot of the 2020 Mega Tins just because support for a lot of decks that they need. And obviously Dragoon is a card that kind of warped the meta in that sense, hence the OCG banning it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this new series. If you do like it, make sure you let me know in the comment anything else you would like to see within this series. Anything else you'd like to see within this series, in the comments below. Comment which one was your favorite card that I bought off of TCG, and any questions or anything you guys want to suggest for future videos. I'm always willing to take some constructive criticism, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.